Hello and welcome to another episode of Pivotal Moments with Lolita. I am excited about tonight's guest. I say that all the time. I'm always excited, but I am definitely excited because I have Queen Diva with us in the conversation tonight. Now, let me tell you, her voice, I hope she gives y'all a little sample later on because it is amazing. I'm loving her new single out. So we're going to get into the conversation. I'm going to welcome Queen Diva, but I want you to let people know a little bit about yourself. Welcome to Pivotal Moments. Tell us about yourself.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you for having me on. This is I can barely talk because it's been an amazing day. Just a lot been going on, but I'm so glad to be on your show tonight. My name is Queen Diva. I am a vocalist. I am a songwriter. I'm a podcaster. I'm an influencer. I'm an author. I'm a licensed and ordained minister. I'm an R&B singer. You know, the list is endless, actually.
Hey, I love it. You know how we do.
We're just gifted with so many things. You just got to do them, and you just do them as the Lord leads you to do them. Yes. And I've been really blessed. I've been able to use all my gifts and talents and finding out that I have new ones as I'm doing the ones that I'm doing. So I'm like, listen, Lord say, you sing this, speak there, podcast, whatever. I'm just blessed that I have all these gifts to do it. So yeah, that's me.
Well, I love it. A woman after my own heart. I love it. And so let's get into our conversation. So we are talking about pivotal moments. So what pivotal moment would you like to share with people today?
Oh my goodness. It's so many pivotal moments for me because like I said, I'm an ordained and licensed minister. And so when I was on a journey in becoming a minister, it was such a challenge because I didn't have 100% support from my family. So this may touch somebody today. I didn't have the support like some people may have. When I told my family that the Lord called me to ministry, because let me just say this. We don't have no ministers in our family. There's no ministers, no bishops, the most we had was people that attend church and were like ushers. That's probably the most we had. So when I shared with my family that I was called, it was like, what are you talking about? You called, you ain't never said anything, because I always sang in a choir. That was about the most I did, and went to Bible study. But when I shared with them that I was called in ministry, it was not received well. And I had a really hard time at first with them. It took about 10 years. It took about 10 years for them to really grasp on that this is for real, that I really do believe this is what God has called me to do. And so the journey from there to now was incredible because I had to go basically on my own. And that's really, sometimes that's what you have to do, because you have to just follow what God says. His voice is the most important voice. Everybody else is just extra.
Well, so when we talk about these pivotal moments, we have to talk about, some people term it the why, but what is it at the core? Because these pivotal moments center around something that's unchangeable, that we discover is just that unchangeable thing that's important. So what would you say that you found was that thing in your pivotal moment?
For me, it was when I accepted my call and I got into it, and I had to just close my ears off to what other people thought I should do. And so it wasn't until I could do that 100%, because, even when you accept the call, you're still in the world and in the spirit. So you got to slowly go through faith building experiences to finally shut off all those ideas and all that way of thinking and way of acting, until where you're finally in tune and walking with God. And when I finally got in tune with that, that's when it leveled out for me. But it wasn't until I had to say, I'm not listening to you, I'm not listening to you, I'm not even listening to myself. I just need to listen to what God is telling me to do and stay focused on it. And it's not easy. And I have to say and make sure I'm very clear with that, because there may be somebody that's listening to your show at this moment and may be having a pivotal moment in their life. There's always a rough part, either just before the pivotal moment or right after the pivotal moment, because that's where the work begins. And it's a daily thing. Even today, I've been in my journey 17 years, and I still have my fleshy moments.
I can we're all working on things, you know.
Yeah,
I think,
work
you
in
know,
progress.
yeah, we're
Absolutely.
never there. We're never where we want to be, which I think is a good thing, you know. But that shows we always have something to be working on.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So now let's talk a little bit about your recording career and your new single out. Talk a little bit about that.
Oh my goodness. So, you just never know where the Lord is going to lead you, because that was what my heart was when I was a little girl, to have an R&B single. Because I used to listen. I grew up in New York City, and I also grew up in Houston. But I remember when I was a little girl, and I used to love listening to WBLS, was the radio station in New York. And I remember as a little girl, I probably could have been no more than maybe 3 or 4 years old. My mom would sit me in front of the radio, and I would just listen for hours and sing along to everything, including the commercials. And I was like, one day I want to do this. One day I want to do this. And so as I got older, I learned classical, I learned jazz, I did gospel for a while. I did all types of other genres, but my heart was always with R&B. It was always with R&B music. And so I'm a songwriter. And so the song that I released is called Is You In? And I actually wrote that song for Kelly Price at the heyday of her R&B, career. And I was living in New York, and I was working with a producer in the Bronx. His name is Med. His real name is LaVolta Allen, and he works with a lot of people now. He's in Atlanta. Shout out to Med. He actually wrote the theme song for House of Pain, the House of Pain TV show back in 2008. So so he wrote the theme show for that. So we were just hanging out, just friends, just kind of, messing around with some music. And I heard the first I heard was the I said, I gotta write to this. I was like, I gotta write to this. So as soon as I heard that lick, the first verse just came out of my head is, how many years have I been your girl? How many tears have I shed for you? Do you even care what we've been through? I've washed your clothes. I've even cooked your food. I don't know why, because I didn't even experience that, because I wasn't for that. I wasn't trying to be doing that for no time. So I definitely dug deep and just remembered about my friends who actually have gone through that. Because I had a lot of friends who was playing house, and that's pretty, that's what it was. They were playing house, and they would, complain about it. And so I thought that first lyric came right away when I heard that guitar lick at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I got to finish this out. And I just totally just knew that we was going to get that song to Kelly Price. This is back in 1999. We just could not get that song to her. We tried, but we just couldn't. We couldn't connect with her management. We knew she was with Bad Boy and Island Records, but we just couldn't get to her. So it just sat in my computer all these years. And I said, you know what? I'm going to release this song this year. And so January 1st, wow. I put it out there. I said, I'm going to see what's going to happen with this. And if it'll catch on or people will like it or whatever. But it was always something that I actually wanted for someone else. But I just had an overwhelming feeling in my heart, just release it. And I prayed about it, and I said, yeah, put it out there, see what happens. Because I know that the song could really be a hit because so many women are living it.
Yes.
So many women are in relationships for a long time, and they're letting things slide. And then they're getting to a point where they're like, is you in or is you out?
That's it. That's a whole lot of right there. That's good. I love it. And where can people get the single?
Oh, they can get it everywhere.
Listen to it. Yeah.
It's on all digital platforms. You can go to Amazon, you can go to Apple. It's on Spotify, Deezer, Shazam, Pandora. You can hear my song. If you want to find it, just make sure you type in Is You In by Queen Diva, because there's other Queen Divas, And I'm Queen Diva. And actually, I've been Queen Diva longer than all of them. I just didn't release anything. So people didn't know me first. But I've been Queen Diva since 1998. Yeah. And so seeing all these people coming up with these, because when I came out, it was only me and a Japanese animation called Queen Diva. That was back in, that was the only two Queen Divas that was out back in 1998. Now everybody and their mama calling themselves Queen Diva. So no, I'm the original.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Well, as we wrap up this conversation, what are some final words that you want to leave with those who are watching today?
Oh my goodness. You know what? I just say that, whatever you're doing, whatever you want to do, I'm very spiritual and I just believe God. You got to pray on it. Pray on everything that you're doing, from if you want to go to school, if you want to get married, move to a new house, whatever, just pray on it and you'll know. And for those of you out there who say, well, I don't hear God, I don't hear his voice. Just be still and you will feel it. You will feel the voice. That same voice that tells you, don't go down that path. Make sure you lock your door. Did you turn off your stove? That's the same still voice of God. A lot of people don't know that because they're not spiritual and they don't realize that God's talking to you all the time. He's talking to you all the time, but you got to be open to receive his voice and he will tell you. Believe me, trust me, you'll have, you know what I'm saying, Lita? You'll have like an ache in your belly, like, that ain't right now.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't mess with you. I can't do that. I can't work with that person.
Yeah.
That is your soul, and your soul will speak to you and you will know if it's right or wrong. So just always ask God first, perfect your craft, whatever it may be. Don't be halfway on nothing. Always strive for excellence. Whatever it is that you're doing, even if you mop floors, be the best floor mopper in the planet. Make sure you know the best products that's going to keep the floor clean, that's going to strip the floor. If you're doing that, you will be recognized for your excellence. Believe me, trust me.
It's so true. It's so funny you say that because that is exactly what my mom always told me and my sister. I don't care what you do. If you're cleaning toilets, I don't care what it is, be the best. If you just got to type one letter all day long, you be the best one letter typer that they ever saw.
That's right. Be best at your job. Especially if you got one job to do, be the best at it. And nobody can ever say anything wrong about you if you're at the best at what you do. Absolutely.
Wow. Well, this has been dynamite. It's just been amazing. Of course, your link is going to be there. So everybody follow her, keep up with her, just see all the amazing things that she's doing and the messages that she has to share. And Queen Diva, I am just so happy that you stopped by for the conversation on Pivotal Moments and shared your journey. And that's what I love about this show. It really is about each person's individual journey and their pivotal moments. And, sometimes people want to know, well, what should I say? Which moment should I choose? I never tell people because I want what moves you is your pivotal moment. So those who are watching, obviously, I know somebody related to exactly what our guest shared today. If you have something that you want to share and you want other people to be benefited from your pivotal moment, definitely let me know. Send an email, what have you. You'll see the information at the end because this really is about just sharing that positivity and encouraging each and every one of us that we can get through it, we can make it. So thank you for tuning in to Pivotal Moments and thank you for your support. And we will see you next time on Pivotal Moments with Lolita.